good afternoon all. Yeah, I'm out here in horrible weather, but at least I might get the woods to myself. It's so tilt that right. It's Sunday the 22nd, I think. 22nd or 23rd. And yeah, we're out here in the woods. Just a quick video. I'm still alive. I had a bit of a crisis of conscience. You know, who am I to be telling people what to do type thing. Existential dread. I am unqualified. I really am. Super unqualified for this. Let's just switch cameras. Hey presto, just like that. Oh, the focusing's gone out. There we go. Managed to knock that. Ooh. Right, none of that. Ooh. So yeah, that should stay in focus. It's hard to tell. But yeah. So yeah. Got to talking with Harlequin. Oh, a pheasant. Not quick enough. There's a bit of wildlife from the Observer's Book of British Birds. A common or garden pheasant, bit easy to spot. That's some crappy evolution right there. So yeah, might spot it again in a minute. So yeah, so I've spent a lot of time playing a weird little game called FTL, just to get my mind off everything. And I'm still back at this whole thing, you know, the idea of meeting people's basic needs and not in a capitalist way. And I go, no, this is the minimum. Here's a place to live. There's enough money for food and bills. Or here's a place to live with everything inclusive. You know, still think making them out of old cargo containers, insulating the life out of them, and putting regenerated energy onto them. So yeah, that would be nice. And it's quite easy to forget to put record when you do these things. So yeah, it's been horrible weather. I've not been out in a few days, which is liable to drive you crazy. And I've got a few videos planned. So this week should be fairly video heavy. Yeah, that's what you get a gimbal for. Yeah. So I want to do an audio recording of Stone Soup. Probably a little guide to FTL and a few other bits. Keep myself sane over the next few days. So this video will be going out today on Sunday evening, GMT, and yeah. But probably the thing I would say to you about, apart from just ranting on about, you know, the correct way for humanity to go forward, you know, pick a good way for you to go forward. Because I don't think we're going to be successful. Yeah. I think we're going to fail. Hence the whole deep adaptation. Holy crap. And trying to get people to learn how to grow stuff. Wow, it's windy up here now. You know, those things are going to make all the difference. Can you grow stuff? is going to be a pretty important question, you know, as time goes by. So yeah, there'll probably be a little bit of the garden footage to help out the end of this video. But yeah, seriously, I've been doing the whole stone soup thing since March sounds about right. And yeah, as I say in the intro, it was mostly a response to my daughter, you know, faffing around with stuff. And the whole point of stone soup was to stop you from faffing. If you have any kind of cooked breakfast, that's going to take you 20 minutes to make. And in that 20 minutes, you can get all the stupid little jobs done, or at least to start on them. And then when you're cooking the next meal, you do a bit more tidying and you nest those tasks. And soon enough, now, you know, I'm down to an hour and a half of housework a week, and that includes hoovering and laundry and dusting and all the other stuff. It's even allowed me to catch up on a few small DIY jobs that I've been putting off. So that's really worked for me. The downside is you've then got to be creative or do something with the rest of your day, given that now by about 9 a.m. I'm kind of done. So yeah. Bit more of that lovely countryside. So yeah, it's a thing that works. Some of it's based on rant media, some of it's based on various bits. It reminds me a little bit of Starship Troopers, where Rico, well, at the beginning of the chapter they quote the Rudyard Kipling Soldiers poem. You know, getting done with muckiness and getting done with dirt and all that. I can't remember which chapter it is, I'll put it in below here. But it's basically till he wakes up one morning and finds himself with a proper kit. It's a good poem. And yeah, you know, what if you were to spend that empty 10 minutes or empty 15 or even 20 minutes while you're cooking a meal? You're in the kitchen, do the washing up, tidy up the worktops, square stuff away. You know, one of the ways I did it was, can I walk through my house in pitch blackness, given that I know the layout and I know where everything is? i.e., are the floors as open and clear as they can possibly be? You know, without stuff to trip on or stuff to stand on to compound your problems and make it worse. So yeah. And as a result, when I've done my breakfast and everything's tidied away, I have a cup of tea. I'm currently drinking Red Bush or Rubios tea, which is good and cheap with some honey in it. And then just thinking about what I'm going to do with the rest of my day, given that all the stuff is kind of done. So everything for the remainder of my day, much as Jocko Willenick would put it, and the admiral that gave the address at West Point, make your bed, get all your stuff tidied out of the way, and then your discipline brings you freedom. And I haven't got a big pile of washing up or laundry to look forward to or to depress me. At the moment I've just got a nice empty clear day. So yeah, and it gives me a feeling of contentment, and that's a big thing. You know, you're not going to be happy 100% of the time. Anybody that implies that by doing a thing or being with a person or buying a thing or going on a certain type of holiday is going to give you long-lasting happiness, oh, we're making happy memories type shit, that's a lie. You've got a roof over your head, you've got a full stomach, you know, you've got access to the internet because you're watching this, and now you've got no chores, but you've got a good cup of tea. And just reflect on that. It's not the glad game, but ideally you know, after a few weeks of that, waking up, making your bed, doing the washing up, throwing any laundry in the washing machine, you know, then when you go down and have your lunch, you hang out the washing to dry because the washing machine will be finished. Stack your tasks. Think about what machines you've got to help you with that. Think about what you might do in the intervening time if said task requires you to pay attention. So yeah, that's kind of it. Aim for contentment. I mean, that's what the Buddha was on about. You know, should have put it on a t-shirt and made it simple. If it can't fit on a t-shirt, it's not good philosophy. I mean, you know, you've got the working out and stuff, but if you've got a functional piece of philosophy to do that gets you through the day, boil it down. But essentially, you know, the Buddha was talking about the great harms and the golden path to enlightenment, and enlightenment is a feeling of contentment. Now, do not confuse that feeling of personal well-being with everything being all right in your world, because it's quite clearly not. But if you can hold on to that contentment and you can remember it and you can boil it in, and it's a place that you can run by yourself, so you've got many memories of sitting down in a comfy chair being contented and shit, then you'll be in that place. You'll be able to go back to that place whenever you want. You've got to make it like a psychological muscle memory that you have been content. And then if you replicate any of it, I know we started burning incense, so smell is now a factor in my contentment pattern. So light an incense stick, like 5p each. Have yourself a big old mug of tea that's the right temperature. Sit in a comfy chair, hold it, maybe play some music. Maybe there's an artist that you could associate that with. You know, I recommend Joni Mitchell or Suzanne Vega, if you're male, I guess, because and make you a better human being, for one. But the reason that is it's basically a one-way conversation from a super intelligent person, especially a person of the female persuasion, that will calm you the fuck down. And stuff isn't okay in the world. Loads of stuff is broken. But that means that you've got people running hither and yon trying to fix every last thing, and that's where the problem lies, because the people that are fucking up our planet are all sort of hyper-organised and going towards that goal. And we're all disorganised at the moment. So yeah, stage one, get some contentment in your life. Get a quiet moment every day. And yeah, so apart from, I guess, some you know, some shots at some, you know, egregious or self-indulgent shots of my micro garden before it goes into larger pots, that'll be that. So I'm going to play that now. See, here's the garden, that's the lettuces. The basil's just about coming up. Got the tomatoes, a few of them, they've got to be repotted soon. And finally the carrots, cauliflower and onions, all of which need to be repotted. No sign as yet of any life from the mushrooms that I've planted in sawdust and kept damp, but time will tell on that one. So yeah, so that's my little garden. I'm coming to the end of my walk, or I can hear people off in the distance, so it's not quite as quiet as I thought it might be out there. Christ knows what that was. That sounded like a shotgun shot to me. Or a firework. And people are kind of fond of doing that sort of thing. So, home again. Yeah, it's a nice walk out. I'm glad I came out. Beanies go a bit stir crazy in there. So that's about going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully I'll get some of the footage shot for the other videos again today. But I might not, because the light's starting to go and it's all thundery. So I might go home and veg. The Danes have got that right with the whole hig thing. Be warm, have a cup of tea, chill out. So yeah, so thanks for watching. And remember, end hate, end poverty, end greed, or we all die. Thanks for watching and do take care. Speak to you soon.